fans, and welcome. This is Tyson, Agler, and join me is head men's hockey coach Arlen Marshall. Coach, can you talk about the Valiants did on the ice this season?
We did all right. We made a big improvement from the year previous and made some big strides as a young group, as a group, as a whole. So, but at the same time, at the end of the year, you always want to, your last game, you want to win it, and we weren't able to accomplish that, which was very disappointing. But in the same breath, we did make a lot of improvements, like I said, and we're going in the right direction.
You mentioned you had a very young team this year. The Valiants were led by those underclassmen. How important was it that those underclassmen were able to step on the ice and have immediate impact this season for the Valiants?
It was crucial. We had 19 underclassmen on our roster. All of them contributed in many ways, as did our upperclassmen. We grew as a team. We grew as a group. We grew as people. But like you said, having those underclassmen get into some game action, to not only game action but some big game action, whether it be in the playoffs or towards end of games, whether up or down a goal or tied. Just getting a sense of how the level of play is at our level, for them getting experience under their belt, I think will be beneficial for them moving forward and for our team moving forward.
One of the areas where the Valiants had a lot of success this year was late in games. We saw time and time again Manhattanville would be down late. They were able to score the game-tying goal late in the third period and then win overtime. Can you talk about your team showing that composure late in the game and get the game-tying goal and then the eventual game winner?
Yeah, it was something that I've never really been a part of, that many games. To tie up games late and win in overtime. I've never been a part of that in a season. So I was, not shocked, but I guess I'm impressed with how resilient our group was. I knew what kind of character our locker room had, with the guys that we, young guys that we brought in, older guys that we had, and I think that played a big key part in those games, in those times. I think it was 6 overtime games. So it comes back to the character of people that we have in our locker room, and it kind of came to the forefront in those times.
And then, Coach, you lose 4 seniors off this year's team to graduation. Can you talk about what their legacy is to the Manhattanville College men's hockey program?
Each of them, all 4 of them, have different traits that they brought to the table. We had 3 guys for all 4 years with Matt Coleman, Kurt Williams, Phil Lux, and we had Serpico for the last 2 years after he graduated. So they all 4 of them brought different traits to the table, 4 different personalities. What kind of legacy they're going to leave on the program, I don't know. That I guess that'll come with time, but I do know that they're fantastic people. They put in a lot of hours, a lot of sweat during their time here, and they're going to benefit from that, I hope, and moving forward in the next chapter of their lives, and they're going to do great things moving forward.
And then, Coach, now looking into next year, you're going to bring back a lot of talent from this year's team. You only lose 1 point scorer from this year's squad. So you can talk about the importance and the benefits of bringing back so many good skaters for next year.
Yeah, it's I'm excited, extremely excited. Met with all of our guys that'll be coming back, and the message has been clear what their expectations are moving forward into next year. At the same time, puck drop is many months away. We can't win games today, but we sure as heck can be prepared for them, and the work starts now in the spring, and what they do in the off season with their workouts in the gym, getting stronger, getting faster, and at the same time using that disappointment at the end of the season of not winning in the playoffs, using that as fuel and motivation moving forward.
And then, Coach, what are you hoping that your Valiants can focus on this year, because we know the expectations are going to be high next year?
Yeah, the motto isn't really going to change. It's sticking to that process. We will have our goals in place as always, but I think it's going to be a little bit more excitement, a little bit more hunger of knowing that we're right there, and we have a group capable of doing really, really great things. But we can't get too far ahead of ourselves. The players need to do their jobs in the off season. The coaching staff needs to do their job in the off season to make sure that we're prepared for game 1 and day number 1. And it's a grind throughout the whole process of the season, the length of the season. It is a grind, but we're just going to make sure that we're ready for day 1 of what lies ahead.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats on a good year, and good luck next season.
Thanks, Tyson.